Okay, let's work on module 5, case problem 2. Module 5, case problem 2 in terms of the page number EX556, EX5-56. Okay, so we have a investment fund and we're trying to summarize in terms of statistics on the fund, right? So here we go. I'm going to go start from step 3. I'm going to open Templeton. I'm going to open 5.5 first, right? 5.5. Then we're going to save it as a Templeton. Save it as Templeton. All right. Step 3. From here, we go to Fund Lookup. And we're going to create a lookup table. With the data drawn from external books, external workbooks. So what we're going to do is we're going to open Auto Excel, which is fund 01 through 05. Then we're going to basically import and make a link. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to actually open all those 5 and we're going to select as instructed E2 through P2 and back to Templeton. Then A4 through L4. So we'll not just paste, we'll do paste link. Okay, so if you go to paste, and down here you have paste link. Click that. So difference is you're going to make a link not word for word from copying, so that there's any changes from the source file, it'll change affect to the destination file. So that you can save, or copy and pasting every time there's a change. All right, do the same step from Fund 02. So don't forget you do paste link. And Fund 3. Do the same, paste link. Fund 4. Paste link. Fund 5. Paste the link. All right, and I'm going to save the changes. So that was step 5 and 6. Okay. So at this moment, we're going to create a range, right? Range called Fund Lookup. So we're going to highlight A3 through L8 and name it Fund Lookup. Make sure it is one word, all uppercase, and press enter. Okay, step 8. Now we're going to copy more from 01, fund 01. So we're going to go back to fund 01. This time it looks like we're going to highlight 30-day statistics, which is A2 through C32, copy, and back to Templeton. And at this time, we're going to go 30-day data, and we're going to paste on A3. So same thing, paste link. So it'll take up those columns A through C. Okay, so it looks like we do the same step for fund 2, fund 3, and all the way to fund number 5. Okay, so I'm going to go to fund 2 and select those area, back to Templeton, and paste the link. Fund 03, highlight, copy, back to Templeton, paste the link. Fund 4, highlight, copy, Templeton, paste the link. Fund 5, highlight, copy, Templeton, paste the link. There you go. So we'll fill that out on 30-day data by make a link. So that was step 9. Step 10. Step 10. So we're going to highlight those data we copied and make a link. A3 through O33. That's step 10. We're working on step 10, right? All right, then we're going to create a range names from the selection, okay? Not by entering one by one, but we're going to create a range from selection tool. So we're going to go ahead and click formulas. Right here on define names, there's a create from selection. So in order to use this create selection, you need to highlight A3 through O33 first. Then go to formulas, create from selection. Then the direction is select only top row, okay? Top row meaning that the row number 3 will be named for this range. So make sure top row is selected only and click OK. So the name should be created. So if you look at name box, as you can see, all those names are created. All right. So that was step 10. Step 11, go to click statistics. Now we're going to enter text ORTFD. 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 Okay, that's the one of the fund name. And also B4, in B4 we're gonna create a name. We'll name it as a symbol. So we go type symbol, press enter. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to continue step 13. So B5, using B4, we're going to create lookup table so that name, ratings, all those information on column A will be displayed in column B, but those data will coming from lookup ranges. Okay, so we're going to use the VLOOKUP. And our first variable will be B4, comma, and the lookup range will be fun lookup. So, and third variable after fun lookup will be number 2. That's coming from column 2 position of the lookup table. And at the end, we're going to enter type false, because either you're going to enter false or true in terms of syntax. So the name has returned. The name is Altus Fund. Okay, and so we do the same thing for the rest of the column B. Only difference is column position, which is 1, 2, 3 position in the parentheses. So it will be 3, next 4, 5, all the way down to 12. So that's the only difference in terms of VLOOKUP. So that's step 14. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just autofill, but before I autofill, yeah, let's autofill, then we're going to fix it. So we're going to change that number 2 to 3 and so forth. And last one will be number 12 at cell B15. Okay, so that was step 14. Step 15, now we're going to work on B18. At this time, we're going to use average function. So we're going to find, sorry, B18 is maximum, right? So we're going to use max function. So what's the maximum value over the last 30 years? So we're going to use equals max. However, we're going to use indirect function. Symbol. Okay. So the reason you use indirect function is a little bit tricky, because indirect doesn't calculate or anything. It just convert cell reference to the name, range name, or the other way around. If you type it in, like in this case, data range, it will convert to the cell reference. So you're going to use indirect function when the case is very tricky, that it could be confusing if you use cell reference rather than actual data. So hopefully, we have another chance to practice this indirect function. But anyway, we're going to use the same logic, this time minimum of indirect. Symbol. So a 30-day low is $42.57. But of course, it's going to be average. Same indirect. And using a symbol, which is data range. All right. So make sure you have two parentheses at the end of this embedded function, because one for indirect, the other closing parenthesis for average. So that's what we have. For B21, in terms of the step, looks like a 17, step 17. This one is a little bit different in terms of cell reference that we're going to use. So it's going to be still average, indirect, but the name range that we're going to enter is a little complex. So we're going to enter symbol combined with underscore shares. Don't forget the double quotes. Average shares of symbol, which is in this case ORTFDs, number of shares. Okay, so that's basically the return at B21. So a little tricky thing is inside the double quotes. Okay, that's the underscore shares. So that's what actually Excel will go and look for the number. Okay, so that was step 17. Step 18, let's see how. So step 18 is just testing purpose. So make sure you change to different fund, like SNRFT or AIF, as you see there, then see whether this make it difference, or give it whether they return the correct data, right? And step 19, on the documentation, you're gonna basically paste name range from the defined names group. That's what we call, okay, which is right here. Okay, that's the name manager. So it'll list all those range names so that you can copy. Right? So that's step 9. So you need to click using formula function right there. Then you paste name. So that's all what you're going to do. Okay, there's a couple of steps you need to do. Step 19. And hopefully you can find out how to do it. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know.